Hi guys, this is Abel Tejeda with American Mortgage Group. If you're like most first-time home buyers and don't even know where to start or what is required when buying a home, especially your first home, then this video is for you. When buying a home, you pretty much have three options as far as financing goes: VA, FHA, and conventional. If you're not a veteran or in the military, then VA doesn't apply to you. So that means you have either a conventional option or FHA or first-time home buyer program. So the main difference between those two programs are credit requirements and income requirements. There are three requirements when buying a home, and just so that you know, buying a home is easier than you think. The first one is your credit, obviously. The difference between FHA and conventional is huge because with FHA you can start as low as 580 and conventional depending on what program and how much down payment you're coming in with. But one thing to keep in mind is that even if your credit is not where it needs to be to buy a house, that can always be fixed. We have credit repair companies that we partner with, or we can give you in-house credit counseling pretty much to let you know exactly what it is that you need to do to get your score where it needs to be at. The second requirement is down payment. Once again, there's a huge difference between FHA and conventional because with FHA you can go as little as no money down. There are plenty of down payment assistance programs out there, but you have to see if it's something that it's even conducive for you to do. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Then we have the first-time homebuyer program, which is FHA, which only requires 3.5% of the purchase price. That translates into $3,500 per every 100,000. Now keep in mind, you can tap into your 401k or IRA or retirement plan to be able to take money out for that down payment. It doesn't have to be money that you have currently in your bank account. Now with conventional, you can do 3%, 5%, 10, 20. Everybody thinks that if you're getting a conventional loan, that requires you to come in with a 20% down, and that is not true. The only thing is that if you don't come in with the 20% down, there will be private mortgage insurance or PMI. Now there are ways around that, but for that and to see what options are available to you, give me a call and we'll see if FHA or conventional is for you. Now the third and last requirement to buy a home is your income. You need to be or have been employed within the same industry for the last 2 years. This doesn't mean that you have to be with the same employer. You can be, for example, you could be working at a bank as a teller, but then they transfer you as the bank manager, even though you're not doing the exact same thing, it's the same industry. Or you could be working as a teller for Wells Fargo, and then you get a job at Chase. It's pretty much the same thing. This comes into play because of your debt to income ratio. Once again, there's a huge difference between FHA and conventional, and to determine which one's for you, we have to determine what is your DTI. That way we know exactly which route to take. Now, this is a little bit different for self-employed individuals. If you have a lot of compensating factors, we can take only 1 year of taxes, not necessarily 2. We need to look at your credit, we need to look at your income to be able to determine if we can go with only 1 year. But in general, you need 2 years of taxes. Now keep in mind, there are a lot, actually several programs for self-employed individuals that don't require taxes or 2-year taxes. Your loan can be done with only bank statements. And that's huge because that doesn't mean you have to declare huge amounts to be able to qualify for a home purchase. Now we can do it with as little as only 1 month bank statement to determine what your income is. There guys, as you can see, buying a house is not that difficult. Actually, it's quite simple. If you meet the 3 requirements, credit, income, and down payment, there's no reason why you shouldn't get approved. So if you or anybody you know is thinking of buying a house, give me a call. Let's sit down and see what the best option is for you.